when did you realize that like the engineering path was like a passion of yours? And like, how old were you? How was it received
Well,
by,
let me tell you, because I feel like I have a testimony, and I tell my students this all the time. When I was growing up, I really was not good in math, and science was really not a big thing back then. I was really embarrassed by my math abilities. And I remember when I was a little girl struggling in math, and my mom would just say, well, I never liked math. It's no big thing if you don't like math. So I really was more of a writer, and thought one day I might be a journalist or something like that. Uh, and I was still a very good student, except for math.
Hmm.
I just always struggled in math. And I remember in the third grade where they had like a timed multiplication tables type test. Oh my goodness. I made myself sick the day that we had that test, and I got to take it after school, and the teacher didn't time it. And I was just so thankful, because it was just that pressure. And I found that for myself, I've never been good at mental math, just pulling up facts, things like that. Although as I got older and when I started taking algebra in middle school, that was the type of math that I liked, more thinking math, not just, okay, what's this plus this or this times this, just regurgitating, memorization. But what really happened to me was when I was in middle school. Now, like I said, I was a good student, except for math, where I was like a CD student. And in middle school, because I was in honors English, and my test scores weren't that bad, the counselor, she decided to put me basically in an honors track where you take honors math, do you take honors English,
Mm.
with all the smart kids. And saw my little transcript, or whatever, not transcript, but your classes that you're going to take when I got to middle school.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I cried. I told my mom, I can't take honors math. Call the counselor and tell her to get me out of this class. And so my mom called and tried to get me out of the class. But the counselor said, well, just let her try one semester. If she doesn't like it, she can just quit. Well, since my mom tried and I couldn't get out of the class, I said, okay, well, all these kids are really smart. So I'm going to have to work really hard. And what I realized in that first semester, I mean, I was getting an A+ in math that year,
Hmm.
because obviously I just wasn't trying before. That's
Mm.
one thing. But then secondly, I was starting to take the type of math that I preferred, where it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't just all the multiplication and the, memorization. And I just started, like, I was an all A, straight A math student. So I completely changed. But I tell students that because so many times, you know, our um our self-esteem is tied up into our performance in a classroom. And had that counselor just said, forget it, yeah, I'll switch you, no more math for honors math for you, I would never have gone into engineering, because I would have always thought I'm not good at math. I was limiting myself. So that's why it's important to have people, adults in our life, who believe in us, who challenge us, because it would have been easier for me to just not take that path. But like right now, math is my favorite subject. Like,
Yeah.
I like math more than anything. And to think, when I was a little kid, I would never have thought in a million years that I would just love math the way I do now.
Do you
But
think it
yeah,
was like a almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? You kept talking about how you weren't good at it,
exactly.
but
Yep. And
you're
and when you have family that says, oh, it's okay to not like math, I did not know one woman in my world who liked math. Uh, and that's why one of the first things I did when I started doing this type of work was I had a math club for girls, because girls needed to see a woman who likes math.
sure,
I did not have any female math role models. Had I had that, maybe I would have believed that I could do it. You know,
sure.
and so, yeah, that's important. Representation matters.